I've got a really big announcement. I alluded to this announcement a couple months ago when I was going on about Nitralis, which I'm still doing, obviously. I said I've got something big to offer those of you who have a problem with Nitralis, the price point, the cost of entry. And I want to get to that in a minute, but I do want to take this opportunity to sort of respond to Dr. Brad Stanfield. I don't talk about Brad Stanfield anymore on this channel simply because he is an anti-NMN and anti-NAD boosting doctor, a YouTube doctor, and he'll cherry pick studies that suit his narrative. And most of my audience take NMN and are happy with their NMN according to the surveys and according to the results of people actually reordering NMN over and over again and the results of my NMN content. So I don't really find myself watching him, but I did watch this new video because a few viewers made comments and pointed out there is some overlap of our audience, which I can understand. That's always going to happen. I was pretty much put off by his attack. It's a real hit job against DoNotAge and against Vera Gorbunova. And let me tell you who Vera Gorbunova is. She's the lead science officer at DoNotAge, and she's highly credible in the scientific community. She's been published in the medical journal Cell multiple times. She's published many scientific papers. She's a renowned molecular biologist. Brad Stanfield is not. She's a geneticist. Brad Stanfield is not. She's a researcher who's worked heavily with cellular biology, biochemistry, and specifically focusing on the mechanisms of aging. She is one of the worldwide authorities in aging and aging research. She spearheaded research into hyaluronic acid. She developed the research into SIRT6 activator and the fucoidins that are involved in that supplement. And she actually created that supplement together with DoNotAge. And these are highly credible breakthroughs, both hyaluronic acid and SIRT6 activator. She supervised the double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trial that Brad is talking about and that was published in quite a hurry by DoNotAge. And let me tell you why DoNotAge funded that trial. Every new product that is introduced for human consumption is tested initially, first of all and foremost, by DoNotAge, everything they come out with on humans. All of their supplements are tested first on humans. And because Nitralis is a proprietary formula, it was tested first on humans, and it continues to be tested for multiple other biometrics, by the way, including blood pressure, which he brought up. But the initial test was a patient-initiated test strip of nitrite levels. Nitrites are indicators of a longer-term increase in nitric oxide. That is how it's tested in most cases. You can do blood tests. Those are obviously a lot more expensive and a lot more involved. Those tests are actually ongoing right now. The initial human clinical trial, the breakthrough trial, was done with the saliva test. And again, that was supervised by Dr. Vera Gorbunova. I have done well following the advice of Dr. Vera, and I continue to follow the advice of Dr. Vera. By the way, DoNotAge funds many studies. They are a health research organization. They partly funded the rapamycin trial that Brad Stanfield is conducting. So there's the irony for you. Now, the other thing is, beetroot is only one of the ingredients in Nitralis. There are other ingredients, and these ingredients work together to not only boost nitric oxide, but to stabilize nitric oxide in the body. I've been taking it now for 3 months. It's by far the most effective supplement I've taken. To my knowledge, Brad Stanfield has never taken Nitralis, by the way. My mother takes it, my wife takes it, and they're all getting results with it. My mom is 87, and this is the first year in over 10 years that she's gone out and shoveled snow. Our tennis coaches that coach myself and my son's tennis are also taking it. 2 of the main coaches are taking Nitralis and have told me just yesterday that they like the results they're getting. They're noticing the results. One of them's only taking 1 capsule a day, and I'm like, you should go ahead and take the full dose of 2. I think you'll do even better. The other guy's taking 2, and he's really feeling great. Now, to this big offer that I promised you. What happened was when I started taking Nitralis, just talking about it didn't feel like enough. So I went to DoNotAge and I said, hey, what can you do for me to do a huge giveaway for my viewers. And they were like, well, how many? And I'm like, 100. Let's give away 100. I'll pay for them. Make me a special offer. And they went and talked about it, and they came back and they said, okay, we'll make you a special offer. You'll pay for them, meaning I will pay for these. And I am paying for this offer, by the way, as a way to give back. This channel, I've had it for 5 years. And basically, I'm making a two-part statement. First of all, I want to give back to my viewers. And I've listened to people who say, hey, this is expensive. This is too expensive for me. So I wanted to help some people get into Nitralis to try it, because I think once you realize what it can do for you, the expense becomes a more secondary priority to your health and to how you feel every day, to the way that you're able to exercise as well. For me, Nitralis has helped me with all of those things. When I looked at the numbers, I have to be honest, 100 started to look too ambitious. So I initially did ask for that 100, but I had to shave it down, at least for now, to 50. So 50 of you are going to get free Nitralis. We'll see if I can fulfill the whole 100 later, but for right now, I could really only afford, because it's going to cost me a few $1,000s just to do this, but you're going to get the 60 capsule container. All you have to do is use the code I'm about to give you. Take the Nitralis. If you could, after 2 or 3 weeks, please shoot a little video telling us what your reaction has been, what your response has been, what you've experienced taking it. Let's hear from people out there. We've heard from many viewers. We've heard in the comments. We've heard in emails. But I'd like to hear from people firsthand. Just make a little clip of a video clip and post it, upload it to a Google Doc, or save it on a Google Drive, and then send the link in to DoNotAge. You could send it to me. You can email it to me. You can email it to digital@donotage.org. Basically, we're just going to compile all these clips and put them together and let everybody hear how you guys are doing. And what you get is a free Nitralis that will hold you over for a month or two, depending on if you're taking 1 capsule or 2. If you take 2 capsules a day, I'm up to 3. So I have to say that they do go pretty quickly, but you'll know if you're going to continue after you take this for a month or 2. I really think it's enough then to make a decision on whether or not you're going to keep taking Nitralis. So the code is PULSE-FREE. PULSE-FREE. That's the code. And you only have to pay the shipping, but the actual Nitralis will be free. It'll be zeroed out for you. And you are going to have to create an account there to do this. So to place any order at DoNotAge, you have to have an account, which most people here already do, and they know that. I only ask, in addition, that since it is a limited number, that those of you that are already taking Nitralis, just kind of leave this for the new people if you could be so kind. I'm not telling you can't go cash in that code, but I'd like to see people who haven't been able to afford Nitralis be able to try it. That's really the sentiment here, and that's what I've been trying to promote, in putting all of this together. Try the Nitralis, make that little video. I wish you luck with it. I thank you for watching, and remember, Dr. Vera Gorbunova, look her up. I think your trust in the company, in Nitralis, and in the human clinical trial will skyrocket when you research who Dr. Vera Gorbunova actually is. Thanks for watching.